The Aurora's dawn floated silently in the black emptiness of space. Its engines were damaged, and its communication systems barely worked. Captain Alara Miles stood on the bridge, staring at the viewports as distant stars shimmered like tiny fires in a frozen sky. Around her, the crew moved quietly, tired and tense. They had sent dozens of distress signals, but the galaxy's great powers, Zalorians, Vintari, and Corellians, ignored them. Humanity had been abandoned. Alara clenched her fists. She refused to give up. Humans might not have had the largest fleets or the strongest weapons, but they had something else: creativity, courage, and the stubbornness to survive when all odds were against them. "Status report," she said, her voice calm but firm. Her engineer, Rin, looked up from a console, rubbing his greasy hands on his jumpsuit. "Engines are offline, Captain. We can limp along at minimal speed if we reroute power from the shields, but we'll be vulnerable." Alara nodded. "Do it. We have no choice. We can't wait for someone else to save us." The crew worked quickly, adjusting circuits and rerouting power. Sparks flew, but Rin's hands moved with precision. He had grown up on a small mining colony, repairing machines older than he was. His skill, like that of every human on board, was what kept them alive. Outside the ship, a massive derelict station loomed. Once a bustling hub of interstellar trade, it now drifted lifelessly. The humans docked cautiously. Airlocks hissed open as they entered the station, flashlights cutting through the dark corridors. Broken consoles and abandoned cargo littered the floors. Strange alien scripts were etched on the walls, their meanings long forgotten. "Keep your eyes open," Alara warned. "We don't know what we might find." The crew split into teams. Some searched for supplies, while others scanned for any functioning technology. In a storage bay, Rin and a few others discovered crates of alien machinery, glowing devices and strange metallic components that defied human understanding. "These could be useful," Rin said, examining a small, pulsating orb. "If we can figure out how to use it, it might give us the edge we need to fix our ship." Alara smiled faintly. Humans had a talent for taking the impossible and making it work. It was why they had survived so long in a galaxy that didn't care about them. Suddenly, a distant rumble echoed through the station. Footsteps large and heavy approached. The crew froze. Aliens, mercenaries perhaps, scavenging the station for the same treasures. "Hide," Alara whispered. "And remember, brains first, weapons second." The humans slipped into shadows, barely breathing as the alien patrol moved past. They were taller than humans, their armor gleaming in the dim light. The aliens didn't notice the humans, and soon the corridor was silent again. "That was close," muttered Lyra, one of the navigators. "Too close." Alara nodded. "We have to be smarter than them. Outnumbered is not the same as outsmarted." After several hours, the team gathered what they could carry and returned to the ship. Rin set to work immediately, trying to integrate the alien devices into the Aurora's dawn. The humans watched, curious and hopeful. "Some of this tech, it's incredible," Rin said, connecting a glowing panel to the ship's power grid. "It might even boost our engines beyond what they were designed for." Alara placed a hand on his shoulder. "Then do it. Every advantage counts. The galaxy doesn't believe humans are strong, but they'll learn soon enough." As the ship prepared to leave, sensors picked up a fleet of alien ships closing in on their location. The mercenaries had discovered them. Panic rose among the crew, but Alara's voice cut through it. "Listen carefully. We don't run, we don't hide, we use our minds and our skills. Follow my lead and we'll get out alive." The humans executed a daring plan. Using the station's crumbling corridors, they set traps, automated turrets powered by scavenged alien tech, decoy drones, and blinding lights to confuse their pursuers. When the alien ships entered the station's perimeter, the humans unleashed their defenses. Explosions rocked the corridors, lights flickered, and the aliens struggled to navigate the labyrinth. The Aurora's dawn moved silently. slipping through a hidden asteroid passage Rin had calculated. The alien fleet followed blindly, but couldn't match the humans' knowledge of the station and surrounding space. By the time the humans emerged into open space, the mercenaries were far behind. Alara breathed a sigh of relief. "We made it," she said, though she knew this was only the beginning. The crew gathered on the bridge, looking at the stars. Out there, the galaxy was vast and indifferent. Powerful civilizations had abandoned them, assuming humans were weak and unimportant. But the humans of the Aurora's dawn were alive, clever, and ready to prove them wrong. "Captain," said Lyra, "what now?" "We can't stay here forever. We're running low on supplies, and the next patrol could find us." Alara's eyes shone with determination. "We find a safe place to repair and refuel. Then we show the galaxy that humans are not so easy to ignore. They've forgotten one thing. When humans fight for survival, they don't just survive, they adapt. They win." In the darkness, the stars seemed to shimmer brighter. Somewhere out there, beyond the cold void and hostile empires, hope waited. And humans, abandoned but unbroken, would find it. The Aurora's dawn turned its nose toward uncharted space, engines sputtering but moving. Every system that worked, every plan that succeeded, was a small victory. Every human on board knew that the galaxy had underestimated them, and they intended to make the galaxy pay attention. Hours turned into days as the crew repaired systems, mapped new routes, and practiced maneuvers. Each member grew more confident in their abilities. Even in the harsh emptiness of space, humans thrived on ingenuity and teamwork. One night, while staring at a nearby star, Rin whispered, "Do you ever wonder if anyone will answer our distress calls?" Alara shook her head. "No, but we don't wait for answers. We make our own path. That's what makes humans humans." The crew settled in for the night, exhausted but alive. Outside, the galaxy stretched infinitely, indifferent to their struggles. Inside, hope burned brightly, a small flame in the darkness, fed by courage, intelligence, and determination. And so, the humans of the Aurora's dawn pressed on, abandoned by the galaxy but refusing to be forgotten. Their story was only beginning. The Aurora's dawn moved cautiously through a dense nebula. Clouds of glowing gas surrounded the ship, painting the darkness with eerie colors, green, violet, and deep blue. The nebula was beautiful, but it was also dangerous. Electrical storms crackled in the distance, and magnetic fields warped their instruments. The crew was tense, aware that one wrong move could tear their ship apart. Captain Alara Miles stood on the bridge, staring at the shifting lights outside. "Keep your eyes open," she warned. "This nebula doesn't forgive mistakes." Rin adjusted the sensors, his brow furrowed. "The magnetic storms are stronger than I expected. If we're not careful, we could lose power completely." Alara nodded. "Then we don't take risks. Use your head, not just the engines." The humans had survived so far because they were clever, quick-thinking, and unafraid to take chances the aliens would never consider. They relied on skill, creativity, and teamwork rather than raw power. As the ship drifted deeper into the nebula, a faint signal appeared on the comms. Alara leaned forward. "Captain," Lyra said, pointing to the screen, "it's a distress call, a human colony. They're under attack." Alara's heart quickened. "Show me the coordinates." The map highlighted a small planet at the edge of the nebula. Smoke rose from several settlements. The Corellian Warfleet was attacking, massive ships blocking the colony's orbit. The humans had no time to wait. "We can't just ignore this," Alara said firmly. "These are our people, we help them." "But Captain," Rin protested, "our engines are barely working and we don't know how many Corellian ships are there. We could get destroyed." Alara met his gaze. "And if we do nothing, innocent lives are lost." "Humans fight for survival and for each other. That's what makes us strong. We may be small, but we can make a difference." The crew prepared for battle, improvising weapons and defenses. Rin integrated the alien tech they had scavenged, creating energy shields that flickered like ghostly walls. Lyra calculated maneuvering paths through the nebula, using its hazards to hide from enemy sensors. Every crew member played a role, every skill counted. As they approached the colony, the Corellian ships fired upon them. Beams of green energy cut through the nebula's fog, striking the Aurora's dawn. The ship shook, alarms blaring. "Brace for impact," Alara shouted. Rin twisted dials and rerouted power. "Shields are holding, barely." The humans launched decoy drones, sending false signals that confused the enemy's targeting systems. They used the nebula's electrical storms to mask their movements, slipping past the Corellian ships to reach the planet. On the colony's surface, humans were running for cover as explosions rocked buildings. The Aurora's Dawn deployed a small strike team, including Alara herself, via teleport pods. They landed among the chaos, weapons in hand, and immediately began helping the colonists. The Corellians were surprised. They had expected a weak, disorganized human response. Instead, they faced humans who fought with courage and strategy, using the environment and technology in ways the aliens could not predict. Jace, a young prodigy of only 16, led a squad to disable the Corellian mothership's energy relay. His small frame and quick thinking allowed him to slip past guards and plant charges. The others covered him, drawing enemy fire away. "Go, Jace." "Get out alive," Alara called over the comm. Jace nodded, a determined look in his eyes. He raced to the ship and planted the charges, but as the Corellian soldiers noticed him, he had to stay longer than planned. A beam of energy hit the ground near him, sending sparks into the air. He gritted his teeth, refusing to give up. Back on the Aurora's Dawn, Rin monitored Jace's progress. "He's taking a huge risk. He might not make it." Alara clenched her fists. "He will." Humans find ways when they refuse to fail. The charges detonated. The Corellian mothership staggered, its energy relay destroyed. It drifted, temporarily immobilized. The colony's defenses rallied, and humans on the ground pushed back with renewed courage. The Corellians began to retreat, but not before Jace's squad had to escape. Jace, injured and exhausted, was pulled aboard the Aurora's Dawn by his teammates. He gasped for air, but his eyes shone with pride. "You did it," Alara said, her voice shaking slightly. Jace smiled weakly. "We all did it. Humans, we don't give up." The colony was saved, but at a cost. Buildings were destroyed, resources lost, and some human lives had been claimed. Still, the spirit of defiance burned brightly. Humans had faced a superior force and survived, relying on courage, intelligence, and unity. News of the colony's rescue spread quickly. Across the sector, humans began to hear whispers. Maybe they were not as weak as the galaxy thought. The story of the brave crew of the Aurora's Dawn became a symbol of hope. On the bridge, Alara watched the nebula outside. "This is just the beginning," she said quietly. "The galaxy underestimates us. That's our advantage." Lyra nodded. "Do you think the other humans out there will follow our lead?" Alara smiled faintly. "They already are. Humans survive because we fight, because we think, because we refuse to surrender. And now they see that we can win against the impossible." The crew spent days repairing their ship and tending to the wounded. Rin managed to integrate more alien tech, creating stronger shields and more efficient energy use. Each human contribution made the ship more formidable, a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. But the danger was not gone. The Corellians were powerful, and other alien factions would notice the humans' defiance. They would come for them. The humans knew that survival required constant vigilance and innovation. One evening, as the nebula's colors shifted to deep purple and gold, Alara called a meeting with her crew. "We've faced danger and survived," she began. "We've saved lives when no one else would, but the galaxy still thinks we are weak. We need to change that. We need to show them that humans are more than survivors. We are fighters, thinkers, and innovators, and we will not be ignored." The crew listened in silence, inspired. Every human on board understood the risks, but they also understood the power of their determination. They had been abandoned, underestimated, and ignored, but they had survived and they were stronger for it. Rin looked up from his console. "Captain, I've been running simulations. If we combine our tech with what we've learned from the nebula, we could create a ship faster and stronger than before. We could face even the largest fleets and still survive." Alara's eyes lit up. "Do it, Rin. Every advantage counts. Humans are clever, and cleverness can win battles that brute strength cannot." As the Aurora's dawn left the nebula, a small fleet of human ships joined them, colonists who had been inspired by the crew's bravery. Though they were few, they represented a new hope, humans standing together, defying the galaxy's assumptions and proving their worth. The crew celebrated quietly, knowing the battles ahead would be tougher, yet the spark of defiance burned brighter than any fear. Humans had shown that courage, ingenuity, and loyalty were as powerful as any weapon. In the distance, beyond the nebula, unknown dangers awaited. Alien fleets, mercenaries, and the vast emptiness of space would test them again. But the humans of the Aurora's dawn were ready. They had proven they could survive against impossible odds. They had saved lives when the galaxy abandoned them, and they would continue to fight, innovate, and inspire hope wherever they went. Alara looked out at the stars, determination hard in her eyes. "The galaxy thinks we are small. They think we are weak. Let them watch. Let them learn. Humans do not back down. We do not surrender. We do not give up. And one day the galaxy will know our name." The Aurora's dawn sailed onward, engines steady, shields strong, and crew united. They had faced impossible odds and prevailed. And though the cost had been high, humanity's spirit had proven unbreakable. The story of courage, ingenuity, and defiance had only begun. And humans, abandoned but unbowed, were ready to face whatever came next. The Aurora's dawn drifted at the edge of the galaxy, the blackness of space stretching endlessly around it. The crew was exhausted but alert. Weeks of constant travel, battles, and repairs had worn them down, yet their spirits remained unbroken. Captain Alara Miles stood on the bridge, staring into the void. The galaxy had ignored them, underestimated them, and abandoned them, but that would soon change. "Captain," Rin said, pointing at the sensors, "we've picked up multiple unknown ships heading our way, large, heavily armed, and they're closing fast." Alara's eyes narrowed. "Show me." The screens flickered to life, revealing an imposing alien armada. Zalorian warships, Quirilian destroyers, and Vintari cruisers had joined forces, apparently intent on destroying the Aurora's dawn. Lyra gasped. "They must have found out about our actions in the nebula. They want to make an example of us." Alara's jaw tightened. "Then we give them a reason to regret it. Prepare the crew, every system online, every weapon ready. We fight smart and fast." The humans worked swiftly. Rin calibrated the alien tech they had scavenged to enhance the ship's shields. Lyra plotted evasive maneuvers through asteroid fields and debris clusters. The crew prepared decoys, drones, and traps. They were outnumbered, outgunned, and underestimated, but they had one advantage: human ingenuity. As the first alien ships opened fire, the Aurora's dawn ducked and weaved through a dense asteroid belt. Energy beams bounced harmlessly off shields strengthened by Rin's modifications. The humans struck with small, precise attacks, sabotaging alien systems with clever tricks. One alien ship after another fell victim to human tactics that no alien commander could have predicted. Yet, even as they fought bravely, the humans knew they couldn't hold out forever. Alien reinforcements were on the way, and their resources were limited. "Captain," Lyra said, her voice tense, "we can't win this fight alone, not without help." Alara stared at the stars ahead, her mind racing. And then far in the distance a streak of light appeared, a ribbon of glowing white that cut across the darkness. At first, no one spoke. The light grew, splitting into hundreds of streams converging toward them. "It can't be," Rin whispered. It is, Alara said, her voice firm. Earth's Warfleet. From hyperspace, massive ships emerged, sleek human battleships, cruisers bristling with advanced weaponry and squadrons of small, nimble fighters. The alien armada faltered, caught off guard. For the first time, they faced the full might of humanity. Alara felt a surge of pride. All hands prepare to coordinate with Earth Fleet. This is our chance. The galaxy will see humans at our best. The humans of the Aurora's dawn communicated with the fleet, sharing tactics, the positions of enemy ships and plans. The Earth commanders trusted their judgment. They had seen the humans' courage and ingenuity before, and now they combined human creativity with overwhelming firepower. The battle erupted in a dazzling display. Energy beams streaked through space, missiles lit trails of fire, and fighter squadrons darted between ships like swarms of agile predators. The alien armada tried to regroup, but the humans' strategy outmatched them. Alara piloted the Aurora's dawn into a tight formation with Earth's fleet. Using the alien tech integrated into their ship, they created energy diversions, decoy ships, and surprise attacks. One by one, alien ships were disabled or forced to retreat. During the chaos, Jace, now fully recovered, led a squadron of fighters in a daring strike against the Corellian flagship. They weaved through enemy fire, dodging beams and missiles, and planted explosives on critical systems. The flagship erupted in a controlled explosion, sending shockwaves that disoriented nearby enemy ships. Jace did it again, Rin said, eyes wide. Humans never stop surprising me. Alara smiled. That's who we are. Never give up, never surrender, never back down. Even when the odds are impossible, we find a way. The alien fleets, unprepared for such coordination and clever tactics, began to retreat. Human ships pursued them just far enough to ensure they would think twice before returning. The battle ended in minutes, though it felt like hours. The galaxy had witnessed something new. Humanity, abandoned and underestimated, had stood strong against overwhelming forces and survived. After the dust of battle settled, the Aurora's dawn docked with the leading Earth cruiser. Alara's crew was exhausted but exhilarated. For the first time, they felt truly part of a greater human force, a family united across the stars. On the bridge of the Earth flagship, Admiral Hayes, a stern but wise leader, addressed Alara. You and your crew have done more than survive. You've shown what humans are capable of when abandoned. The galaxy will remember this. Humanity will no longer be ignored. Alara nodded. We did what humans always do. We adapt, we fight, and we protect those who cannot protect themselves. That is who we are. As the fleets moved together, the humans of the Aurora's dawn looked out at the stars. Systems that had once scorned them now would think twice before underestimating humanity. Colonies sent messages of gratitude, and humans across the sector celebrated their courage. But Alara knew that challenges were far from over. The galaxy was vast and unpredictable. Powerful alien empires would test humanity again, but they had a new weapon now, not just ships or technology, but hope and unity. Humans had shown that even when abandoned, they could rise stronger than anyone expected. Captain, Lyra said softly, what now? Alara smiled, her eyes shining with determination. Now we keep going. We protect those who need us, explore what no one else dares, and show the galaxy that humans are not just survivors. We are fighters, thinkers, and creators, and we will never stop. The Aurora's dawn moved in formation with Earth's Warfleet, engines humming steadily. The stars stretched endlessly ahead, filled with both danger and promise. The crew felt a sense of purpose stronger than ever. They were humans, underestimated but unbroken, and they had changed the galaxy's view forever. In the following days, they helped rebuild colonies, train new pilots, and integrate alien technology into human ships. They became a symbol of resilience and courage, inspiring humans and allies alike. Wherever humans went, whispers spread. The humans of the Aurora's dawn had survived when all odds were against them, and Earth's Warfleet now stood as a shield for all humanity. Alara watched from the bridge one evening as distant stars glimmered. "We've come a long way," she said, "but this is only the beginning. Humans will face new challenges, but we will meet them with courage, creativity, and unity. The galaxy may try to underestimate us again, but we will always rise." The Aurora's dawn and Earth's fleet sailed together into uncharted space, a human beacon in the dark. They had been abandoned, they had fought against impossible odds, and now they had arrived stronger than ever. Humanity had shown the galaxy its true power, not in raw strength, but in courage, intelligence, and the refusal to give up. And somewhere in the silent stretches of space, alien observers watched with new respect and caution. Humans were no longer weak, no longer insignificant. They were a force to be reckoned with. As the stars streaked past the viewport, Alara felt a quiet pride. Humans had survived the impossible. Humans had saved lives. And humans, against all odds, had finally earned their place among the stars. The galaxy had abandoned them once, but humans had found hope, strength, and unity. And with Earth's Warfleet behind them, they would face the future boldly, unafraid, unbroken, and unstoppable. Abandoned by the galaxy, they found hope when Earth's Warfleet arrived from hyperspace.